JMU comes out, starts pretty quickly, puts a couple of scores up on the board, and then it felt like the defense just, I don't know, it was almost like a light switch flipped. Was it that sudden, or was it just the continuation of, hey, we've got a game plan, we've just got to execute against it?
It's definitely like the execution was important. And I mean, we always preach going through adversity, how we have to, no matter what time, at what point you may get hit with adversity, how we have to just, stay calm under the pressure. And that's exactly what we did. I mean, anyone can imagine how we were feeling, being down in that situation, but we all just had to dig deep, and that's exactly what we did.
You guys have had 12 sacks in the last 4 games alone, and that's not the pace you were on earlier. As you think about the way the season has gone, what's this sudden rush of getting to the quarterback that has taken place in the last month?
Man, I think it just comes from everyone playing together. Like, football everyone has to do their job in order for everyone to succeed. I mean, earlier in the season, we had some gaps that we had to fill and just corrections to be made. And we talk about, like, with running the ball, like, we struggle stopping the run. And when we can't stop the run, no one eats. And so lately, we've been able to stop the run and get them to drop back. And so it's like now we show teams, like, yeah, like, we're going to get after that quarterback. So it's been great.
One thing that makes playing defensive line, especially in this conference, challenging is you've got quarterbacks who can run. Mm-hmm. So you can't just, go flying into the pocket because, once you get past the quarterback, the lanes open up and they take off. You have to do this with some discipline, and you have to do it with some concert between all 4 or 5 guys rushing the quarterback. Talk a little bit about what it takes to kind of maintain that discipline, especially when you got a 300-pound guy trying to put you on the ground.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, as your knowledge just evolves in the pass rush mindset, like, you have to understand that everyone has pass rush lanes, and everyone is responsible for the different quadrants from the quarterback on both ends. And so, like that was something, coming in as a young athlete, like, I had to learn over the years. But now it's like having, especially an older group too, with Montez and Big Mike and JD, like, it's easy to communicate to these guys, like, hey, like, this is what our rush plan is. Like, and that starts, like, earlier in the week, all the preparation, looking at film. But in the game, yeah, like, Sunbelt, you don't know what you're going to face sometimes. Like, dual threat or someone who's just going to sit back, but a lot more people that can run. And so very important that we stay in our rush lanes and keep the quarterback contained. Like, that's how we eat. With them 12 sacks in 4 games, you got to keep that quarterback in the pocket.
Any other questions for Shawn? We got one over here.
Shawn, after a sack, it can be easy to maybe take yourself out of play, whether you're celebrating or just aren't in a good position. How did you keep going, and how did you end up with the ball in that pile?
Man, it was crazy. Like, it was also funny in the moment because I'm like, no way they're doing the flea flicker right now. I'm like, I'm already around the edge. And so once I seen it go back, I'm like, yes, like, in my head. So once I went and knocked it out, it was great. And then I was, compared to the last time when I had my forced fumble, I wasn't able to grab the ball. Thomas Davis got it. And so this time I was able to, like, reach my arm out and tuck that thing in. And no one knew who had it. And I just stayed silent, too, until I came up with the ball. And it was amazing, running to the sideline, seeing all the guys, excited. So great feeling.
Well, take it. Let's hear about it, Mike. I mean, what do you see? The ball's kind of bouncing around. A couple of guys got their hands on it. Probably you were the right guy to get your hands on it. Take us through it.
First off, all glory to God, and that was for my grandpa right there. But Coach Haynes all week dialed that play up. It wasn't something we just got lucky on. Like, it was schemed to perfection. Kahari gets all the credit. He blocked it. He got through so easily. And I was just a lucky guy who was in the right place at the right time. So it was exciting, though.
Well, that's the play everyone will remember. There was one other one that I was impressed with. It was a catch you made to convert a first down. Joey's got a gun, so he shot it out there pretty quickly to you, and you had to make a little bit of a diving catch for it. It was a clutch play in the moment. Take us through that snap.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, before pre-snap, Joey nudged me in the huddle and was like, hey, like, stay ready. And I was like, all right, this is coming to me. And then I saw he was inside leverage on me, and I ran that 12-yard out, came down a little bit, and Joey, great ball, kept me safe, and we got the first down, so we got what we needed. So great ball.
It's tough anytime you see a teammate go down, especially one as impactful as Caden Robinson. you're stepping into that slot position that he's played so well all season long. And, I know you're not trying to be K-Rob. Nobody can be K-Rob. But, what does the shoes that he kind of left behind for you to fill today, how did that maybe help motivate you to get you prepared this week?
Yeah, so I can't say enough good things about K-Rob. I mean, for as accomplished as he is, I mean, he has no ego. He always cheers other people's successes as well as my own, even though we're technically competing. It never felt like that. And, I mean, he was there all week. He was there last night, this morning, meetings, everything, and he would just tell me what he sees and how he'd do it. And obviously, he's a great player, so he's one of those guys you want in your ear. And, I mean, like you said, nobody's going to be able to fill his shoes. It's definitely going to be by committee. And, the rest of the year we're playing for Rob, and I know I can speak for everybody else when I say this. We're looking forward to seeing him play on Sundays. So,
Any other questions for Mike?
Michael, if I was Ryan McInnes, I would probably give you some grief over being so close there. Did you guys joke about that play at all, or?
We did joke about it after. I definitely felt somebody's presence right there. I was like, yo, like, who was that? I asked somebody, and it was Ryan. And then sure enough, Ryan was right there. And I was like, oh, bro, my bad. He was like, nah, like, I'm just happy we scored. So, yeah.
If you're comfortable sharing, you shouted out your grandfather when you started. What made that such a significant thing with kind of you feeling his impact?
Yeah. Unfortunately, he passed away about 48 hours ago. It was expected. He was a believer, so we know where he's going. So it's nothing to be mournful about. But I know that my family definitely needed something bright to look forward to. And I'm just so blessed that the opportunity presented itself. And like I said, all the glory to God. And, I mean, we couldn't have gone out a better way. Senior day at the Rock with the snow and everything. So it was awesome. Great experience.
Real quick, you talked about your grandfather. What football influence, or what influence did he have on you in general that gets you to this point today?
Well, unfortunately, he was a little shorter, so he didn't give me much height or anything like that, physical attributes. But, I mean, he was always there for me. He grew up right down the street from me, took me to practice when I was little, would always talk to me about football, even though he didn't necessarily play it. He was just, moral support at all times, the lows, the highs. And, I mean, I can't say enough good things about him, and I'm blessed. So.
Did he get to see you play here?
Yes, sir. He actually got to see me play here multiple times the last 4 years, so, and I think once this year. So, yes, sir.
And what's his name?
His name's John. Shout out. I call him Pop, though. So.
John Hetzel.
John Cifelli, my mom's maiden name.
Spell that.
Cifelli.
Great.
Sir.
Thank you.
Take us through, obviously, the interception being kind of the headline play of the game. That was straight up one-on-one to the outside. There was a lot of hand fighting going on. You had to really kind of play through the receiver's contact. Just walk us through from snap to interception.
Well, I seen it was one-on-one. I knew the quarterback liked to take shots. So with that in mind, when he did take the shot, I just did my best to try to go get the ball.
It started out a little shaky. You're down 14-0. They scored on a big pass play there. But then shortly after that, you guys it felt like the defense just totally turned around. Anything in particular that kind of stuck out to you that you felt like maybe flipped the momentum?
I feel like our energy was just a lot more on the sideline. Everybody picking each other up on the sideline, telling everybody not to get down. I think the energy was just there on the sidelines today.
You guys in the secondary, it's a pretty deep group. There's a lot of rotating guys in and out. Nick Taylor's a true freshman, played a lot of snaps early in the game. Jordan Favors comes in the second half and played a really huge role. Talk a little bit about the depth of that group and being able to count on so many guys that can come in and perform when they have to.
Our coach always says he feel like he can put anybody in and we'll be good, and I feel the same way. We got a lot of great guys in our group, the corners and safeties. Anybody can go out there and play.
Any other questions for Jason?
Jason, just what did the work up front by, whether it was Shawn Collins, Mike Fletcher, how did that make the job easier for those on the back end today?
Man, it's huge. Shout out to those boys. They make our job a whole lot easier than it has to be, for sure.
Hey, Adam Persico, the Appalachians. So on that interception, you were stride for stride with the receiver the whole way. Now, being able to read him like that, is that pure anticipation or athletic ability, being able to just keep up with him and make that play?
It was a little bit of both, you know. I anticipated a shot coming, but receiver was also running, so I had to start running too.
Makai, you come into a game like this, you understand the opponent on the other side, and you've lost a big piece in K-Rob being out. During the week, I had a coach say to me, Makai's got to have a big day. I'd say that was a pretty big day. Yeah. What happened early in the game that kind of got you really cranked up?
I think the first pass that came to me that, I dropped it, I should have caught that. So I think that was just fuel not to let another one go, get out of my hands, just to make the most of every opportunity, and that's what I did.
That's a defense that puts a lot of pressure on you, and they don't give up big plays very often, and you really got behind them, got on top of them a couple of times. Did you guys talk about that during the week, or was that just something that kind of developed as you went through the game?
That's something we talked about all week. The whole message and game plan for the week was to run the ball, and outside receivers got to win, and we wanted to execute the game plan.
Joey threw you a pretty good ball coming down the field there for the big touchdown catch. Take us through that play. What was the setup? Were there any option routes to it, or was it just a straight go?
No, it was just a straight go route. The DB was just sitting flat-footed, so just run right by him, touchdown.
The season, as has been mentioned earlier, was so hectic. You've had interruptions because of natural disasters. You've had bye weeks that sort of maybe rob your momentum or reset your momentum. Now it's come down to one game that will either have you continuing in December or will end the season. Where was the mentality today, and where is it now that you've won?
I think the mentality today was, just taking one game at a time. Everybody be in the moment and just do their job and go out there and win. We know they were a good team, but we know we were a better team, and we showed that today. That's just the same mentality we're going to carry next week. 1-0, take it day by day, and just go out there, everybody do their job.
Did you have a inkling or any idea at all that maybe this would be your day, the day you would really show out, especially with Robinson out of the lineup?
Yeah, I know that. Basically, kind of since he went down, I just had a feeling that we all got to step up, even if it wasn't me. Just somebody got to step up, and I'm glad it was me. So grateful for the opportunity.
Makai, with all of the challenges that this team has faced throughout the year, during the offseason and then with the hurricane, how challenging has it been to focus on football and to continue to just win football games?
It's definitely challenging, but that's just a testament to how tough our team is, mentally, physically, everything like that. But it's not this bad, and I'm just glad we were able to bounce back. That's all I can really say about it. It's unfortunate that those things happen. I'm just glad we can come back to get where we are, playing football how we are.
Has it made you stronger as a team, you feel, throughout the year?
Yeah, I would definitely say so. Just, especially after the hurricane, we're kind of all we got. Town's basically shut down, and we had practice. So, it's just us leaning on our teammates, just the biggest thing.
As mentioned earlier, with Caden out, you were forced to step up, and so were other receivers forced to step up. But it feels like there's just a lot of talent in that receiver room. How much does it help to be surrounded by so many talented receivers at your practices and games every day?
It's a great thing. You learn things from someone that you may not have known, and just to be able to work with all those guys and get better, pick up on things that they do that I may not do, that I can add into my game. And I'm sure it's vice versa. They feel the same way. So just all-around great experience being around all those guys.